morning guys, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Evie and I make gardening and lifestyle videos here from my home in Leicestershire. I thought in today's video we could do a seed sowing and what's growing video. So I thought that I would show you the seeds that I'm sowing in April, and I thought we could also just double check and make sure what I've sown so far this year is actually doing okay and basically see whether we need to re-sow anything. But I'm just sat in my summer house because this is where I keep all of my seeds. So I thought rather than just carrying everything to the greenhouse and chatting with you in there for ages, we'll just have a little leisurely chat on the sofa and I'll talk to you about what seeds I'm sowing in April. Before turning the camera on, I was just organising all of my seeds and I actually have so many flower seeds. I'm going to sow a couple today that are specifically going in the veg plot area. But if you've seen it in my other videos, you may know that we have basically been digging up a bunch of our borders and now we basically have so much room to plant stuff. I'm definitely going to go to like the garden centre and get some bushes and shrubs, but I thought for flowers, I have loads of seeds, I might as well sow some flowers, especially the flowers that I've got that are perennial. How cool would it be if I sowed them and then we go into the garden and I'm like, yeah, I sowed that, yeah, I planted that flower. I just think that would be really, really cool and save us so much money. If you've not seen any of my other sowing videos, then I'll put a list on the screen here of all the things that I've sown so far this year. And guys, please keep in mind, it's only April. If you've not sown any of this stuff yet, then please don't worry, you can still sow it all now. Anyway, without further ado, these are the things that I'm sowing in April. First up, leeks. The variety of leeks I have is Leeks Autumn Giant 2. And I actually already have some of these in the ground, which I sowed maybe like September last year as my like overwintering veg. And I'm not going to lie, they have been very, very slow to grow. I'll insert a clip now so you can see how they're currently looking. They probably still need a couple of months to get to a decent size. But they obviously were growing in the colder climate over winter, so it'll be really interesting to sow some more now and see if these like germinate and grow a lot faster because they're in a warmer climate. But yes, so first of all I've got leeks. Next up, runner beans. Runner beans were probably one of my favourite things to grow last year, not only for the taste of the bean, but also just how the plant looks. Runner beans are so beautiful, they have beautiful flowers, and this year I'm hoping to grow them up the two trellises on either side as you're going into the veg plot area. I thought that would be really beautiful, and last year when I was sowing them, I made basically a really rubbish bamboo structure and it kept falling over, so I think if I do them on the trellis this year, that'll be a lot stronger and hopefully it will support them a lot better. So yeah, just keep that in mind as well. If you're sowing runner beans, try and make a structure that is strong because they are heavy and if it's windy, they will fall over. Another great thing about runner beans is that when you sow them once, you basically never have to buy the seeds again. These ones are ones that I let the pods dry and then I picked last year. So hopefully, because they're used to my soil, they'll do really well. Okay, next, courgettes. Courgettes were probably my most prolific veg last year. We were getting so many. We were basically swimming in courgettes. We were making courgette cake. We were giving so many to friends and family. We still have, I'm pretty sure, some ratatouille that we made last year because we were just like, yeah, we were harvesting so many and I loved it. And this year we are going even bigger. So last year this variety was the only one that I did. Literally, it's just called courgettes, but I'm pretty sure this is the standard green courgette and it is very, very prolific. So if you're wanting lots and lots of courgettes, plant this variety. This year I've kind of learnt my lesson and I'm going to sow maybe one or two of these, and if I have too many that germinate, I'll give them away to friends and family. However, I want to try some different varieties out, so I may have picked up 4 more different courgettes, all of different colours, so I thought we could give these a go too. I don't think the coloured varieties produce quite as well as the green ones, which is probably a good thing, but I'm probably just going to sow 2 or 3 of these. I'm thinking 2 of each variety is more than enough, but again, this is just a test year for me, and if I sow too many, I can just give them away if they all germinate. But the different varieties that I have are Courgette Banana Song F1, Courgette Golden Delight, Courgette Black Beauty, and Courgette Striato d'Italia. Probably butchered that. But yeah, I'm so excited to see how these grow and to make some beautiful looking ratatouilles with all the different layers and all the different colour courgettes. I think that'll be amazing. But I'll keep you guys informed about how these are doing. It'd be interesting to see the difference between the Banana Song and the Golden Delight, because these are both yellow. I'm pretty sure there's not actually that much difference. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see which one grows better, which one germinates better, and which one actually produces more courgettes. In the same bed that I'm growing the courgettes, which are obviously going to be very low down, I'm also growing some sweet corn. The sweet corn that I'm growing is Golden Bantam. I tried to sow this last year and basically I left it too late. Not much of it germinated. It just wasn't very successful. So if you guys have any tips for sweet corn, I'd love to hear them. I've heard somewhere that you do them in like a diagonal sort of setup. I'm pretty sure that's what you do. Maybe I'm wrong, please let me know. Because they are pollinated by the wind and they need to kind of cross-pollinate each other. But yes, I'm excited to hopefully get some sweet corn this year, but we'll see how that goes. Next up we have some squash and some pumpkins. These were also not very successful for me at all last year. I think I was just way too late to do it, but this year I'm getting on it really early and hopefully it'll be okay. But I've got some butternut squash and I've got pumpkin Big Macs, so I'm excited to see if I can get any of these to grow. I'm not sure if I'd even eat the pumpkin, but if I could grab a pumpkin from my garden to carve for Halloween, how cool would that be? Next up is some purple sprouting broccoli, which I wish I had sown earlier because I was basically going to wait for my purple sprouting broccoli to like finish harvesting and then basically replace it with some new stuff. But I've been like not really paying attention to what's going on in the vegetable area, and my purple sprouting broccoli is all going to flower, so I'm basically picking as much of it as I can at the moment and having it on the side for dinner every single night. But yes, I kind of wish I had done this a few months before so I could immediately plant this out, but never mind. But yeah, purple sprouting broccoli has been an amazing thing that I've been loving eating, so I'm excited to have some more. Like I said, I'll probably do a separate video or as part of a vlog where I sow some flowers to go in the borders, but there are two types of flowers that I actually want to have in the veg plot area to kind of help with my veg. First up is marigold. I've got two different varieties. I've got tall marigold Crackerjack mix, and I've got pot marigold double balls orange. Last year I planted these out with my tomatoes and it worked really well, so I think I'll do the same and have these with my outdoor tomatoes again this year. Next up, nasturtiums. I'm not sure how I've ended up with 4 different varieties of nasturtiums, but nasturtiums were one of my favourite things to see growing. It just adds a little bit more like interest to a vegetable area, I think. They are amazing at like kind of creeping along or climbing up. They look so cool and they're edible and they work as amazing pest control. So if you want to deter some caterpillars from your veg, just plant some nasturtiums, and they are so resilient. Even if you're having a million caterpillars, they will do fine. They just take it in their stride. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I still have a few of these in the garden. Another thing about nasturtiums, maybe not all varieties, but with some varieties you sow them once and they will just self-seed and come back. And I'm pretty sure there are a few dotted around the veg plot that I've seen, but these are the other ones that I'm going to be sowing. I have this variety which is literally called nasturtiums, so we'll see what that's like. I've got nasturtiums double gleam, and since these are open, these are probably the ones that I did last year, so I'm excited to do more of these. I've got nasturtiums jewel mix, and I've got nasturtiums cherry rose. And I have like an archway as you're going into the main vegetable area, so I thought how beautiful to have some nasturtiums like growing up the arch. I think that would look so, so beautiful. And then last but not least, I'm going to attempt to do some melon. I have no idea if this is going to do very well. If you guys have grown melon before, please let me know. Is this worth doing? Am I actually going to get some melon at the end of this, or can you not really do melon in the UK? I'm not really sure. But the 2 varieties I have is watermelon sugar baby. Can you do watermelon in the UK? I'm not sure about that, but I've got the seeds, so might as well give it a go, right? And I've got Melon de Ananas de Americu. I've probably completely butchered that, so I'll show you the name as well. But yes, I'm gonna give melon a go this year. No idea how that's gonna go, but I don't know, maybe we'll be enjoying melon at the end of summer. How cool would that be? Anyway, let's head out to the greenhouse, shall we, and start sowing some seeds. Okay, before I start sewing anything, I'm going to go through and I'm going to write the names of everything on some lollipop sticks so I can just put them straight in when the things are sewn and I know exactly what is what. Okay, I've just finished writing all the labels and this suddenly seems like so many seeds. When I was going through it a second ago, it didn't seem like that many, but now I've written all these out. I feel like there's loads, and yeah, every single month I'm sowing seeds at the moment. I'm gonna very much be running out of room in here. Yeah, I think once I've sown all these, I'm not gonna have any more room in the greenhouse. Pretty much everything is gonna be staying in here now because it is a bit warmer, apart from the melon. I'm gonna bring the melon in, I'm gonna put it under the heat propagator because I feel like, yeah, melon in the UK is gonna be hard enough as it is, so I feel like I'll bring it inside and give it a good start. Anyway, I feel like this might take a little bit of time, so I'll switch to a time lapse and I'll give you an update when everything is sown.
Been a long time coming, took the long way around, but I think I see something coming up from the ground. And I don't know if I told you, but I think you're the world. Yeah, and I got this feeling you could be my girl. Come on, darling, run away with me. We could see what there is to see, and your love's like a crazy dream. See it running through an open door. I don't wanna be alone no more. And your love's like a crazy dream.
Okay, I've sown all the seeds. It is getting so hot in here. I was wearing a jumper, but I've taken it off. But yeah, I've sown all the seeds, so let me show you what we've got growing so far. Pumpkins and squash, which I've done 2 of each. My broad beans are not doing very well, so I'm going to keep an eye on them and see whether I need to do some more soon. My cucumbers though, I've got one of each variety of cucumbers and they are doing super well. They are loving it being out in the greenhouse. Some snap peas and some early peas, which are both doing relatively well, but I'll keep an eye on them because there's not a huge amount of these ones, of the early peas. So if I need to do some more, I can do. I have loads of cosmos, which I'm going to be putting in the new borders that we've dug out, so that will be really, really amazing for cut flowers. Things are doing well. I'm going to let them get a little bit bigger, and then I think I'm going to plant them out maybe at the end of the month or early May. My queen is doing well. Unfortunately, I haven't got anything from the mint yet, so I'll keep an eye on that, and if nothing happens, I might buy some new seeds. This is all stuff that I've sown today, so I'll keep an eye on that and let you guys know how it gets on. And then we've got our sweet peas, which probably can be going out soon, so I need to actually use some of the bamboo that I've got and make a little wigwam for those. We've got some different cauliflowers which are also doing well, so I need to pot those up at some point. And I've got my aubergines, which are looking a bit floppy. I might try and use like a stick or something to pop them up, but they are doing pretty well. My gherkin cucumbers are also doing good. I don't think I mentioned that I was going to do any lettuce, but I decided to pick out a random type because I've got so many different varieties, and I'm basically going to succession sow them once a month so that I can try out the different varieties and I'll always have fresh lettuce to pick. And then down here we've got some Welsh onion, which is starting to peek through. This onion I did ages ago and basically nothing's come from it, so I think I'm just gonna give up on this and get rid of it all. We've got some kale popping through, and then obviously I am trying out my watermelon, so I'm going to bring this inside. I've got a few other things growing inside in the propagator still, so I'll bring these inside and I'll show you what I've got under there. A little update on my indoor propagator. All the seeds seem to be doing really well. Pretty much everything has germinated apart from these two. The Cherry Therese Toms and the San Marzano Toms, probably butchered that as well, but I haven't got anything from these ones yet, whereas a lot of my other ones are already looking like this. So if I haven't got anything in like a week or two, I might try and re-sow these or maybe get some new seeds, because I put 4 seeds in each of these and nothing has come up. But this is where my melons are going to be living now. Still not sure how to feel about melons, But we'll give it a go, and if you guys are also trying to sow and grow melons this year, or if you've done them before, please let me know, because I'm feeling very unsure about this. Also, for some reason my peppers are doing very differently. This is my red pepper and this is my yellow pepper, and can you see the size difference? This one is thriving and this one not so much. Super quick update from my greenhouse. Phil just put an extra shelf in for me, so I've got a little bit more growing space. Let me show you. He just put this shelf in which fits these size modules perfectly. So I've got my cosmos all up here. But yeah, that's given me a little bit more space, so amazing. I've also just grabbed some more purple sprouting broccoli. I'm trying to grab as much as possible before it starts to flower. But yes, going to be eating this tonight as well, and probably the rest of the week. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Honestly means the world to me. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye guys!